What's up, what's up? It's DaniLeigh. You already know I'm rocking with Baller Alert. Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm your girl Gigi.
I'm DaniLeigh.
And this is Baller Talk.
Yeah.
Now I'm so excited. We have DaniLeigh in the building. You're in your hometown.
I am.
How does it feel?
It feels dope, man. I love coming out here.
Now you're from Miami, but your parents are Dominican.
They are.
Now I'm Dominican too, so you know, we be like, my long lost prima. Always trying to get in the mix somehow. So that's super dope. You're a singer, you're a dancer, creative director. You literally like do it all.
Thank you.
You started at a really young age. The grind was real. You started off with dancing. Tell me a little bit about that. Like, did you always know growing up, like, I'm gonna be a star?
You know, I really didn't know what I was gonna do. Like, I think I never like planned it out, and it just ended up kind of happening for me. Cause I swear, if I was still living in Orlando, cause that's where I came from before LA, I feel like I'd be married with kids. Like,
really?
Straight up, yeah. So when I moved to LA, that's when I got introduced to like the industry in Hollywood and like just working and grinding. So that's what really like put that into me, you know what I mean? So moving out there, I got introduced to the dance game and I started meeting producers from that. And then, you know, they were all like, do you sing? And I was like, yeah.
I know you were shy about singing though.
Yeah, I was super shy about singing. I didn't have like a crazy belting type of voice, so I always thought like, oh, I really can't sing like that, you know? But then I started finding my pocket and like, you know, everything I could do with my voice and just started writing and then became me.
And we're gonna get into that, but let's talk a little bit about your background. Tell me about your childhood growing up. Like, were your parents strict? What was it like with siblings?
Oh yeah. My parents are Dominican, so we already know how it is. My parents are dumb strict. So we was always in the house, and I got an older brother, I got a younger sister, and you know, our family is definitely music influenced, so that was always in our family, in our bloodline. So yeah, you know, my mom put me in dance when I was like 12, so that was like my first like training, getting into this, and I don't know, it was just...
And then you moved to LA and your life just did a complete 360. Yeah. Why LA out of everywhere?
I mean, it's Hollywood. I feel like, well, LA because I was signed to a dance agency. So I did like dance conventions in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
And then I got like recognized from a dance agency and they wanted to sign me, but they were located in LA. So we tried to do like back and forth, like auditions here and there, but it was just too much money. So we were like, all right, let's just spend a month out in LA, see how things go.
Yeah.
Ended up staying there for 9 years, so.
That's crazy. So you in LA dancing with artists, minding your business, and then Prince.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta talk about that.
Yeah,
How was that like? You creative directed his music video. You were in the music video. What was that like?
It was dope. It was my first like huge thing in LA for me, you know?
Yeah.
So it was crazy. Like, he gave me a whole budget, gave me full control, and was just like, just go do you. And I was like,
now what's going through your head? Because you're in control of like a huge, we're not talking about like Billy down the block, we're talking about like the right. So it's like, are you nervous? Do you feel like I got this?
I had confidence, and like honestly, like me submitting the treatment to him and like putting it all together, he loved the idea, he loves everything, so it was cool. Like, I felt good about it, you know?
That's so dope. Talk about the changes from, you know, Miami to LA. LA is such a big, you know, so many people, so many celebrities. Did you feel like a little scared? Were you nervous?
I wasn't super introduced to it right away. I think, you know, once I turned like 19 is when I started really like, or 20-ish is when I started really like going out, meeting people, meeting artists, seeing different things like that. And you know, it's definitely different. Coming back here, I see the difference, and like, you know, like everybody's in LA, like in the music game, so it's different.
Who was the first artist or celebrity you saw in LA that you were like, a little starstruck?
You know, LA, everybody is there, so I think I just kind of got accustomed to it and used to it. Just being on set with different artists, seeing people come through. But the first time I got like starstruck with somebody was Will Smith.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was on tour with Jeremiah, and I saw him at the concert, and I like turned around and he was like right in front of me. I was like, ah!
Do you feel like, oh my God, do I say hi? Do I not? Do I wave?
Yeah, I literally was just like, hi. He was like, hello, and that was it.
And then you went like, best day ever.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I met Will Smith. That's pretty fun.
That's so crazy. Now, not too long ago, last year, 2017, you got signed to Def Jam. Tell me about that. Like, how did you know Def Jam was the right label? Did you like educate yourself before? Did you do research?
Definitely. You know, I was independent for like I was in a group before that. We was always independent. And then me being solo, I was independent for like a year and a half. And, you know, I was kind of juggling between dance and music just because of like my bills and what I had to pay. But, you know, I was just like, yo, if I want to do this, like I gotta stop dancing because no one's gonna take me serious as a dancer trying to be an artist. So yeah, I felt like Def Jam was the right place for me because my A&R too, he had the same vision for me. For me, I just wanted a home that like was cool on who I wanted to be. And I feel like I met with Epic, with LA Reid and Interscope and other labels, and they were like, you gotta make pop music, you gotta wear heels, you gotta be this, and I'm like, no.
Which is crazy because you're like so cozy, so chill.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't even imagine like having to be like that. No.
Did you ever get like so desperate that you almost considered it? Like, fuck it, I'll just change my whole style.
It wasn't really my style. I feel like I stayed the same to my style. I kept that the same, but my music I kind of like juggled between just because I wasn't really sure on like what it was that I wanted to do. But yeah, that was something that I went between too.
Now you said in interviews before that between that gap before getting signed while you were dancing with artists, you felt like you were in a low place, like your career wasn't really moving. Like, what does DaniLeigh do in that situation?
I think I got a like real hustle mentality, and I'm just like, yo, I feel like for me in LA, every year for me kept going up because I kind of just like started like to discover everything that I really wanted to do and put my mind to it. And I think at that point, you know, I was a juggle between going on tour with an artist, dancing, or you know, signing to a label. And at that point, I feel like I'm real in touch with God, so I feel like, you know, I felt in my gut, in my intuition, my faith, I felt like that was the right decision for me. So, and it was. So, you know what I mean? So
that's so dope.
Yeah.
What kept you like going besides your faith? Like, what kept you pushing and just like, it's gonna get here one day?
Yeah, just seeing the accomplishments. You know, I keep throwing shots out there into the world and showing people who I am, and it just keeps going up for me. So that's what just keeps going.
Why do you feel like things were moving at that point in your career?
Well, at that point, I had just broken up with my girl group. So at that point, I thought that was it for me. I thought I was like, yo, like this is what I'm gonna do in my life, my career is be in this girl group, blow up from that, and continue. That ended up failing, and then I was kind of stuck in a place of trying to figure out what I wanted my sound or my music to be. So I was working with a lot of different producers and not really like locking in on a team and things like that, and not really having structure. So at that point, I was kind of like, I would say by myself in a sense of like not knowing what I wanted to do. After I signed with Def Jam, you know, to help me out with connecting me with people that make sense and like things like that.
Isn't it crazy now looking back? You probably thought that was like the end of the world, and now you're like crying every night.
I'm so sad.
Now let's talk about the In My Feelings challenge, because earlier this summer you participated in it, and I'm pretty sure you were like, all right, I'm gonna just join the challenge, hashtag In My Feelings, and then girl, it like blew up. You were everyone's favorite. What was that like for you?
I had no idea. Like you said, I posted that not thinking anything of it.
Like literally all eyes were on you, all the attention.
Yeah. It was crazy because I was ready to, you know, tee up Lil Baby right after that, but it was in that same time that had just happened, so it was like the perfect timing, you know.
Now, how do you react to all that attention? Because you were an artist before, but like you said, you know, you weren't like DaniLeigh to the world. You had your loyal fan base, but then after that, it was like everyone was like, oh, she's a singer, she's a dancer. Oh, like
it was definitely kind of like, okay, now I got people watching me. Make sure I got like dope shit to put out, just to make sure. After that, I dropped Lil Baby and everybody was rocking with it, and I was like,
literally.
Because imagine I would have dropped something. I mean, I really got weeks.
How do you decide, like, all right, this is gonna be a dope like single to release?
Well, I think Lil Baby, for me, I think Lil Baby was just genuine. Like, I feel like a lot of my friends just naturally liked it. People I didn't know, like, you know, when you in a, like, I be playing my music for different people and trying to see, like, what people really like.
Who vibes to what.
Yeah, and Lil Baby was always like, ooh, what is that, you know?
And the video is pretty dope, too. Dancing all over.
Thank you.
How has your life, your career, like, just everything shifted since?
It's just busy.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, I feel like I'm a homebody. Like I ain't the type of person to be out all the time. I'm never home now.
What do you do on your personal time? What do you like to do?
Personal time, I like to be home. I got a little bathtub, you know what I'm saying? I like to chill. I got a little pool too, so I like to lay out. I got nice LA weather, so I got to live with my friends too, so.
But it's crazy because you're so turned, like dancing on Instagram, and then you're like so chill and cozy at the same time.
I'm chill and cozy at the same time. I mean, if I go out in LA, I go out in LA and have a good time. When I go out, I always have a good time. Like, me and my friends, we always just dance and go crazy.
Do you feel like now you're getting the recognition you deserve?
Absolutely, but everything takes timing, so I ain't mad at like the time that it took for me to get to this place or anything. Like, I'm just like, okay, now I'm here. Let's do it.
That's so dope. Now let's talk about your music. Album coming out soon, The Plan. How does that feel?
Feels good, man. Are
you ready?
I've been so ready. I know people have been waiting for music for me for a long time.
Yeah.
After Lil Baby, me personally, I wanted to drop like mad songs right after just to keep it going and keep the consistency. But everything it works in due time, so I'm happy the album's coming out. I got visuals like lined up for it too.
That's
so
exciting.
Everything is teed up.
And you dropped a Lil Baby remix, and then today you dropped Blue Chips. How's that?
Good, man. I've like previewed Blue Chips a lot, so people are like finally
excited for it.
I'm excited for it. That's the first joint I dropped off the Plan, so.
Who did you listen to a lot growing up? Like, who inspired you?
I always listened to Aaliyah, Drake, Rihanna. Janae was another one for me. Bryson Tiller.
That's lit. Now, I know you're like a uber Drake fan, so I'm sure if he called you to do, something, it would be an automatic yes. But besides Drake, who else would you love to collab with in the future?
I do want to do records with I think a record with me and Bryson would be fire. Black would be dope.
For sure.
Yeah, there's a couple other ones.
Something mellow. Now you definitely have a distinct sound. Did it take time to kind of get to know what works for you, what doesn't?
Yeah, I was definitely working with different producers, and now I know exactly what it is. I feel like for me, I have different sides to myself. I have like an R&B side to me. I have my little trap turn up, fun side to me, and then I got my Spanish side to me as well. So I kind of just work with who I work with to get those vibes off of that,
Right. Now, what else can we expect from the album?
The album is dope, man. I got a couple collabs on there. Lil Yachty, Chris Brown.
Oh, okay.
YG, YB and Amir, and then Lil Baby with the remix. So I got a lot of different vibes on there. I don't even have a single off there. I want the fans to pick, because you just never know nowadays. Music is just so different.
Up and down.
You never know what's gonna pop, so.
Now, before I let you go, I gotta ask for the fellas, because if I don't ask, they're gonna kill me. Are you single? Are you dating? What's going on? Do you have a little baby of your own?
No.
Is it hard to date now that you
It's so hard.
out there?
I think I'm probably gonna meet somebody whatever happens, happens. But yeah, I'm too busy right now.
Yeah.
I can't even go on a date or something.
You can FaceTime.
Literally, that's all I be doing is FaceTime.
Oh, thank you so much
cool.
for joining us. Don't forget to get her album, The Plan, coming out the 30th.
Yeah.
Super soon.
Super soon. I'm so happy. Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for stopping by. I'm your girl Gigi with Baller Alert.
DaniLeigh.
And that was Baller Talk.
Yeah.